Hello, friends. So it's been an interesting evolution through the business, I guess. The business itself has been an interesting learning curve for me, learning all the things that I have to do, like marketing and sales and just how to operate in the online space. Like, I have always been one of those people that's like, oh, well, like, I'm on Facebook and I'm definitely like looking around at everybody's, like, what everybody's doing and whatever, but I didn't really post that much. And like, same thing with Instagram, didn't really post that much. And now suddenly it's one of those things that I have to be doing regularly if I want to create some sort of authority. And I keep posting, but it's like I put all this effort into this content that I'm doing, and in the beginning it was very detailed and it was a lot of instruction, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be great, like this is super useful for people. And in a way it is, because it lays it all out for them, but in a way it's not, because it's a lot of information and people just don't want to read that, which is so unfortunate. Partly because that's how you get, that's how you further your business, and that's how you grow and learn all these things as an entrepreneur. But it's also like, I'm talking about accounting. Like, nobody actually wants to know about that stuff. So I'm in this weird ground where it's this sort of online format of taking on people that are smaller and sort of like a crowdsourcing of an accountant. It's not really a thing, and I'm learning that it's not really a thing because people don't want to deal with it, and they just sort of stick their head in the sand and they just don't want to have to learn it, but they know they have to. And it's not glamorous, and it's not directly gonna bring you more money. It's just gonna lower your costs or give you some good information to be able to make better decisions, and all of these things that are super important, stay in compliance with the CRA, all these things that are super important. But nobody actually wants to know. They just want it to go away, which is a weird thing to be trying to sell. I've also found that being in this online business space, because I'm having to learn so many things, it's taking a lot of time, which I know is like I knew I was going to be putting in more hours, but I'm working like 16-hour days every day, and I feel bad if I didn't, which I guess I should have seen coming, and I kind of did. Like, I kind of knew that was coming, but because of the way that I am, and I get so focused on stuff, and I'm a perfectionist, and so everything has to be perfect, and I know those things about myself, but there's just so much to do. And in true Caitlin fashion, I now have too many things on I went from nothing to so many things that I'm now going to have to start making a choice, because I have too many balls in the air and I'm going to drop some of them. So now I'm trying to figure out, what is the thing that's going to give me the biggest return for the effort that I'm putting into it? And I know that a lot of this stuff is a long game, so developing this content, putting out blog posts and videos and all this stuff, and commenting on people's Facebook posts and just being super engaged, it takes a lot of effort. It's a long game, though. You got to be consistent, and you got to post these things, and you got to know who you're talking to and really know your audience. And I know all these things in my head, and I know that it takes a long time for people to respond to you and to really get a conversation going, and people know who you are. And just like in off, I don't want to say in real life, because online is real, it's just digital. But it's the same thing. You don't, if I meet somebody at volleyball, I don't instantly just become friends with them. I have to talk to them and ask them how their weekend's going, or how it went, and get to know them as a person. Not just be like, hey, I'm Caitlin, I'm an accountant, I can sell you this accounting service. Sales is not my thing. Where was I? But it's this, where was I? I was talking about learning all this stuff, and it's taking a lot of time, and I know I'm a perfectionist, and and it's this thing where that it's a long game, and so you put all this effort into it, and you don't But it's this weird thing where you know that it's a long game, and so you're not going to get much back from it in the beginning or even in each piece of content that you put out. But it feels like I'm just putting this stuff out to the abyss, to nothing. And sometimes I get views and sometimes I don't, and sometimes people comment and sometimes they don't, and I don't know why people are or aren't, and there's no logical like A to B. It's just sort of A and then all the numbers around A. I don't know. It's not measurable, it's not logical, and it's tough for me to keep doing a thing that I don't know for sure is gonna work. Like, I have to just trust that it's gonna work. And because of that, I keep trying to find ways to measure that it's working and to know that what I'm doing is the right thing to do. And I'm not just wasting my time. And so that compels me to look at these numbers all the time. How many views did I get? How many comments? How many people have engaged? How many Instagram followers do I have now? And I'm suddenly that person that I didn't want to be before I started this. And like Ryan tells me, you can't look at that stuff, especially every day, because it's not going to change very much. And if it does, it's not really a data set because you've only got 1 point or 2 points or whatever. And it's not indicative of the whole thing that you're trying to do, this huge project that you're trying to achieve that's never been done as far as I can tell. Like, one Instagram post is not make or break, and it's not even like make. Like, I keep looking at these things like, oh, it's gonna like if I have 1,000 Instagram followers or something, it's gonna make a big difference. Or if I'm on Facebook and I get all these views and people are watching my videos and whatever, and it's gonna make a difference. And like, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe people are watching it and being like, man, look at this girl, she's nuts. Which, yeah, that's probably true. That's a valid. But like, the point of these videos is trying to make some authority, like trying to make a space where I'm an authority and people are like, hey, that girl knows about accounting and she can help you as a small business person. And like, she gets me as a small business owner because she's a small business owner, and because like she really is inside my head. And I know that I've only been here since September, which is only like September, October, November, December and like 4.5 months. And I feel like the first September we were moving, trying to find a place to live. The first couple of weeks of October we were moving and Mom was here, and that was amazing. But I didn't get to do any work, so I feel like it's really only been, November, December, January, 3 months. And I have a lot to be grateful for. A lot of things have worked. I have 12 clients, at least 12 monthly clients. I can pay my bills with the business, which is amazing, but it doesn't feel like enough. It doesn't feel like I've done anything. And every day is like I'm spinning my wheels because I don't know what to do. I don't know what the biggest value return is for the time that I'm going to put in. And there's so many things that I have to do. I have to write a blog post. I have to put a video out. And it's because it's consistency. You have to do it all the time, even when you don't want to. And that's the piece that's been really tough. Should I keep doing it? Should I keep putting these videos out, like Ask a CPA and the blog posts and going live and all these things? And if I should, how do I find a way to do it in an efficient, it can't take days. Like the Ask a CPA video could take a day and a half to do between filming and editing and sometimes animating. It takes a long time. And so if I'm going to be doing weekly Ask a CPA or weekly blog posts or weekly whatever, it can't take a day and a half because I don't have that amount of time. It needs to just be like half a day done. Because right now I feel like I do accounting to supplement my business habit, because I don't really do that much accounting. Like, we're getting into busy season now, so it'll be a lot better, but I only do accounting like maybe 1 day every week, and the rest of it is just business building, content, promotion and creation, and what feels like spamming people because I'm putting out this stuff all the time, and like most of my friends don't. Like, they care about me, probably not most of them on Facebook, to be honest, but they don't care about accounting, and they don't want to hear about it, and they're not my ideal clients, so I don't really want to push to them. But how else do I get noticed? So I'm now realizing that I need to simplify, and I need to figure out what works and what doesn't, and what I need to be doing to really get this business going and like make it a big deal. And I know that that's a lot of experience and learning and just trying to figure it out, but I also just want it now. So that's been on my mind this week. I will speak to you again soon.